Greetings and welcome back. Phoebe's growing well, wife is doing well, and it's another beautiful day in winter. Thank you for joining me today, and thank you for joining me as always. I hope all is well with you, and hope that today you can find a nice peaceful place to be here and enjoy the time that we have just to unwind and just take a little load off from the busyness that is the day, that is the week, that is the time that we have to be busy. Now this can be the time where we can set that all aside and not. So let's start out by taking 3 nice deep breaths and watch our villagers over here dance while we do so. Do a first deep breath in, remembering we want to fill these deep breaths all the way just underneath, 3 fingers down below your belly button and then all the way into your center. This is your center, and bringing all that energy in and thinking about bringing in good things, focusing on taking in good intentions and good positive thoughts. Take a deep breath in, allowing your abdomen to extend, filling with your breath all the way in and out. Releasing tension, allowing your shoulders to relax. Deep breath in. And out. Again, allowing yourself to settle into your space, relaxing, feeling the tension leave you. And one final breath in. Remember, deep breath in, filling all the way in, breathing so that you fill in your abdomen, letting your belly extend out. And breathe out. Feeling all the tension, all the things that are bothering you, leaving you, at least just for a moment for the day. Welcome back to the village. Wintertime is a good time just to get things done. Well, that's not a good thing to do right now. Let's not focus on getting all these things done. We have a few things we can get done. And now that we have the plant a tree update going on, and I hope you all are enjoying it, I very much enjoyed making the video to showcase the additions. I loved seeing all of these new things in it. It was really a lot of fun. And it's so nice to be able to move buildings. I just cannot get over how much that has changed everything and how much that has truly made it
It seems I forgot
enjoyable.
about food. Again.
No, dear. It feels so much better to just be able to move a building and not be stuck with it in one space. I think we should start the day by getting the villagers some bread. It's been a while since we've done this. And it's winter time, why not have some warm bread to enjoy for the day and into our wintertime setting here. With this, it'll be good for us. Some rethinking, right? Wintertime is that reflecting time. And that time about what things need to pass, what things need to go, and what things do we want ready for ourselves in the renewal of new life in spring. So, what are some things that need to go? Well, the old way of having the village go needs to be done. We are in a spot where we can do so much more.
I can hear my stomach rumbling.
How about we'll cast aside hunger to start with? That'll be our first goal. And then we'll get into the bread. Alright, well, the flatbread ought to be good for us. And good for villagers. We can always make more. But we also can get somebody in on doing that work. Gonna be plenty of water for a good long while. Looks like berries are not prime anymore. They're good for juicing. Unfortunately, we don't have the means to juice them. That's too bad. And the onions definitely need to be made into stuff. I'm curious of something. When I was doing the update video, I noticed that the multipliers for fish, when you convert your fish into food, the multipliers weren't working. Then a singular fish is a singular fish, and that means perch turns into one fish fillet and roach turns into one fish fillet. I'm too far away. Let's see if it's still true. I'll see if it works in the roaster. That would tell a lot. Otherwise, that'll just be something they'll have to patch out. And if it's something they need to patch out, then I don't want to start making it right now, because otherwise we're gonna lose a lot of our extra goods. Okay, good. It's good to see. That wine. It's nice to have a little bit of fish. Alright, now that puts us in a spot where I do want to think about. Check our goods. Let's check what's going on. I do think that it's time to. I mean, this is going to be 18 per day is meh. Great, not bad. Not great, not bad. Ooh, look at you. How do you not have a job? That's me just being spacey. And you know what? Okay. Not gonna allow that to be a thing to bother. We're gonna enjoy our time. That's what we're up about. We're here for. Wasn't one of my miners. And it's always good to have more people. We're getting some more logs, since we are going to be building up this village quite a bit. You are clearly going as a barn. You are good. Oh. It looks like. Oh, good. Georgiana gained a level a while back. That's nice to see. Gold. I need you. Kunaga. Oh, but isn't she pregnant? No, definitely not. Oh, who was it? Oh my. Nikola. Oh, this is gonna be tricky. So, once she has her kiddo, that's gonna throw us a bit. I should probably have somebody working with her as a successor. Ooh, we. Amerigo could be there. I mean, I need him selling things. Obviously, that's what his great skill set is. Need somebody who has. Oh, that's my wife. She could be going back to fishing. That was what she started as, right? Isn't that a fun thing to think back to? This is a long ways back at this point. Where are you with your skill set? You're raising higher quickly. He's almost leveled up. I don't want to change him. Alright, well that being the case, I can always recruit somebody. There's no reason why we couldn't do that. That skill. Oh, don't want to take somebody who's about gaining good levels there, but I also don't want to lose track. I don't want to lose progress. Oh, really should get her going on something. Well, oh, I see. Yeah, we got her there. I think we do need to get somebody working on this, though. Once Nikola is off and doing, having her kid, going to set us back just a little while. Now, from what we're making, we're doing a lot of maintenance-based things here. The shears, I mean, it's... Unfortunately, we're in a tough spot where we are really not producing a lot of things that give a lot of upgrades to skill. This could be good. These don't do a lot of skill, though, obviously. But it's still something. Could also have her here just making baskets. I mean, this would be pretty handy. I could even have her making bowls and plates. Not a bad idea. As I recall, one of the and I'm not going to use tricks, so again, this playthrough, this is chill, this is casual, we aren't doing this for making the points raise fast, so don't look for me doing them in maxing. I could have her making buckets, that would be good. I can have her making torches, this would be not bad. Why don't we do that? Why don't we try some things here, see how that goes. I have noticed that we don't have enough of the resources, so it could be good for here. Except, I recall torches are a little too slow in their processing, so let's see what we get out of it. At some point we need to have more, we need to have the ability to have some meals going. Oops. Well, thank you for joining me as always, and I hope that your week has gone well. And if it's been a busy week, then I'm glad to have you here just for a while. And I'm glad that you can relax for a while with me. Please do take the time to do so. And tell me about how things are going. Feel free to speak into this space if you can, and just tell me what the week was like. Tell me your greatest achievement. What was something that made you proud this week? Something that you're happy about? And then what's something that was a challenge and you know that you can get through, obviously. And sometimes it helps just to speak it out loud. Say it so that's out there. And just because things are challenging doesn't mean that they're not worthwhile. And there's always going to be challenges, right? I'm glad to have you here. And I'm proud of you for all the work you do, and I'm sure that you should be proud of yourself as well, for everything you've done, for all you've accomplished, for all that's gotten you to where you are now. Definitely be proud. So be sure to take the time to enjoy the fact that you made it, that you are here. It's been a long week. Well, the week can be at an end at some point, and you get to have some time to relax. This is what that is. I need to buy some more technologies. Since we really don't have a lot of stuff going on for the workshop. I believe we'll probably need to make clay vials. If I remember right, we can definitely do clay vials and wooden vials. Those would be probably helpful technology-based things. It'll help one of our people level up as well. I think the problem I'm gonna have here is that it takes a long while to get some of these skills up. If I remember right, construction is production. Apologies. One of the tougher ones. And just by looking at this, buckets are not the way to go. If I can't even produce one per day, and that's taking up 22% of our efficiency. Oof. And since this makes a stack of 10, that should be better. Ooh, that's nice. Clay vials is definitely a go. Simple torches are honestly not worth the time. Now we can't really make potions, but that doesn't mean that everybody else doesn't make potions, and we can't be sure that they have their needs taken care of, right? Let's give that a go. Alright, so she's going to work in that area with Nikola, and they're going to complete a lot of things. I'm going to fence this area in, or I'm going to put some things around it to make this their workspace, right? I don't want to put Nikola's house in here too, because I think it'd be fun to have her workspace here. With that being the case, why don't we do that? This hunting lodge is not necessary where it's at. We're going to start looking at that burgage idea thing too, right? Now, industrial buildings, anything that works around this idea, something that makes a smell or things like that, probably should go in the distance. So we'll start it out here. Let's rework this idea. This was our logger camp, so it can't get in the way of this. And I do have this house here. I do have a resource storage here. I think we could make a good... I think we can make a good setup over here. Man, I just cannot get over how much I love being able to just move things. Talk about creature comfort. I mean, honestly, that is just too good. One of those things where this has been a really sticking point between these two games. And now it's not anymore. So now it's just like, oh cool, now I can do everything you could do in Sengoku. And you can do it just as well in Medieval Dynasty. And it just is so much better. It gets so frustrating when you place something down and you go, oh dang it, and I regret that choice. Let's put this here. Now they are a little on the outskirts of town, but the thing to keep in mind of too though is that if they're gonna have tannery in this thing, that's gonna not be something you want in the middle of the village. And this makes me think about Farthest Frontier. So for those who have played Farthest Frontier, I kind of getting a lot of good inspiration from that game and some of these ideas where I like thinking about that idea about where are all of our things placed based upon what they do for the environment around them. Like, it's not... People don't want to live by a tannery, it smells horrible. And people don't want to live by a soap maker, it smells horrible. So, what would we do? How would we be sure that things make some logical sense with that? Well, put things in locations that work with that kind of idea. So, have a tannery? It should probably be away from the people. They're not going to want to smell that. Oh, there we go. And we're going to end up developing a lot of this area out here, so it's not a big deal if we don't keep those trees coming back. Also, I'm no longer afraid of taking trees down or nervous about leaving a tree and having a tree and taking it down, because it's just, I can just plant a new one. There we go. We're going to take these down, and this will be it. This will be the last one we got down. We're good to go. There we go. Oh. No. Couple served us well. Nice to have mittens, finally. Oh no, gloves, never mind. Good to have something that keeps us warm in wintertime. Speaking of which, you really think 4 folds is going to be better for us? I also think we need to get some more things going. Oh, yes, you are. You are here. I appreciate you. Oh yeah. Helps to actually have us on the right mode. So I think what we'll do here is we'll put this up on a hill. Little donkey on a hill, sitting there so very still, making faces to the skies. Little donkey, close your eyes. Good job, Bokash. Way to go. There we go. And then we can have some of the buildings around that happening. That one, well, don't look at that one too closely. I have no idea where I'm putting that one yet. Alright, next steps. Let's get some more things redone. I think I'd love to know where Nikola's house is. I don't know if I recall. Oh, and does anybody live here? Oh, these two. That's we're gonna have to build them a better house. I do think it's gonna be time. You need up. Where's Nikola's house? Look at this. This is what I'm talking about. Damaged. Interesting. Wow. Interesting. Damaged early on, too. Oh no, this is when I moved. That makes a lot more sense. So nobody lives in this one, huh? Interesting. Be an easy one to move. I'll tell you what, easy way to find where she lives is go into here, and we find each of the houses, and we figure out where. I know she has a partner. Oh, what is it? There we go. It is to my right. Is it though? Maybe I'm upside down. Another person looking for a husband. Poor things. Jeez, we are not doing a good job of helping these people find their loves of their lives. Alright, well, I'd like to put her house into there. That done. Done. Americo. Nice. What a guy. He's made fast friends here. Of course, that's what he is. He's the kind of guy who can. He's quite a talker. Now, the small house is probably going to make the most sense here for now. As we know Nikola. Oh, dang. Yeah, this one's in the way. There. go. The creative quarters.
A few more splinters and my hand will look like a hatchback.
There we go. That'll be good. And her having a space where she can get all of her work done, that'll be good for her. It'll be quite the enjoyable thing. Alright, let's find that resource storage and let's get things done. I moved a couple things, just in the night I moved it over there just so it'd be done. Noticed how many times I walked by it and forgotten to do it. Figured that was probably something I should just be done with. Oh, check it out. There we got a maple seedling. Perfect. We got 3 spruce seedlings in the process of doing the work. Right, well, with this, we need to make some cash. We need things going for our seasonal change. Yeah, you're making a lot of, okay, you're making simple hoods. Not bad. How long does it take to make better things? Like a fine hood. That's 0.51. Can we get similar out of this one? Ooh, then we're definitely want to switch to this one. Okay, and let's get that set. For now, we can only have one person in a sewing hut. We will probably have more sewing huts in time. Now, what I'm thinking about is we want to start thinking about efficiency with the spaces. And also about that idea about burgages. People have land areas that are purposeful. And makes sense. I want to have this here. I want to have this be their sewing hut. And it looks silly. So in this, it's kind of the idea that people have jobs and their jobs would carry them near their homes. Families would continue on down the line in their skill sets. There we are. We'll start with that. I don't know if I like how it looks, but that's something that can be taken care of in time. And it frees up a space over here for us. Alright, well, with this. I think amongst other things, we ought to get some things done this day and be ready for the next seasons. Oh, not enough resources. Well, I tell you what, we'll drink just a little more. Then we can be ready. Villagers will just be fully set for the day. And it's going to be a day of work, but it's fine. This little house is kind of Mildred, and it's damaged. Oh, not gonna leave you in a spot where you have a damaged house. And you may be thinking, well, what's the point? Because we should definitely upgrade this thing, and yes, it will be upgraded. That's right. And a whole lot of jobs just became gonna be no axes. Of that before we leave. Mokash, we're gonna do a few things. We'll make a few axes so we can have this all be done in the background while we go. We'll have to check on how many axes we're making with Nikola, since it's clearly not enough, and we want to make sure we balance this out. So it's all about just letting the supply and our connection internally, our internal market in our village, making sure that that internal market supplies itself well. This will give the right... How about that? There we go. Now that ought to take care of the initial needs, but it does open up awareness of the fact that this isn't right. And I bet you part of our problem here is I don't even see stone axes being made at this time. Oh dear. Well, if that's what's been happening, then I know exactly why. Clicking it. Alright. Well, that being the case, we need to take some of this away. I don't think we need 2 fishing spears per day. Especially since you get 2 per... Oh, the amount of times I do that. There we go. 1 per day. That's unacceptable. I think we're probably better off with the axes than we are with this, since we need them so badly. There we go. How much cash do we have? 2,000 coin. Not enough to make enough money for us to make it through the season, nor for taxes, of course. Remember, I had 4... Wait, no, that was not 4,000. Yeah, 2,400 though. Fabric. Ah, some thread before we go, and then I can get some fabric made so that she can be making wool, be fine hoods, and that'll make us a lot. I'm starting as a simple farmer to really emphasizing a lot more of these skills. It's been quite a journey for sure. And priorities change. Just like in life, sometimes things change. Sometimes priorities have to change. Sometimes what was working really well, it doesn't always work at the same level all the time. There's a little change in mind and changing of mindset. And just keeping focus on that you can do it. And that focus on the positives that come through with it. Are you kidding me? That donkey's been following me the whole time? I love it. Go, oh gosh, go.
How is life treating you? Goodbye.
Okay, you do your thing. Here we are. Wool fabric is gonna do very well for us since we have a good setup there. I think with the fold though, we need a second one. In springtime we'll buy another one. We need to make sure that I have enough money. We as a village don't, having to buy all these schematics is a tricky thing. So we as a village don't have enough money to get by without this. So we'll have to use our rye as a means to get the funds. We also could probably do a mass making of flour. That could help
I
out
wish
a
I
lot.
could dye the fabrics in more vibrant colors.
Well, hey, we can get some dye. We can probably start making dye. That was one of the things I made in my other village that I really enjoyed, is that I needed to figure out some ways to make the village look a little better. I was going to do a showcase video. I didn't want it to just look like I threw it together and was just basically doing what I was doing, which was just playing the game and trying to figure out where to put things and how I want to go about things. Oh my gosh, you are definitely in the way, buddy. But I made a dye place, like a clothier's dyeing place. That's one of the, I guess you could say one of the burgages, one of the mini burgages. And that was, yeah, and it got me thinking about trying to dye things and color things here, right? Look at that, bronze shears, nice. We're making good money now. If we want to sell them then. Copper ore. Lots and lots of feathers. Well, that being the case, we can definitely sell some feathers off. Look at that. 300 fertilizer. Fantastic. Flax seeds and flax stalks. We're not doing that bad, actually. Lots of thread for... Oh, man, look at that. Someday, as soon as we get somebody who can sell, we'll take care of that. A lot of planks, too. And only one simple hood. Maybe we'll just have to get by with the idea that we can sell some of this stuff. I keep debating whether I should should is a hard word to go with because it's only ever going to be as useful as you make it. Sorry for the lull there. My cat decided she was very hungry at this moment and came over and crunched her food quite a bit. Oh, I didn't want all of that on camera. Not exactly quiet. Alright, let's get our stuff organized and go. We have enough fishing spears to last a while, so we'll sell a few. Flax seeds, I don't think we have enough fields to justify having 230 of them, but I also don't want to ruin anything with that. And manure, oh my goodness. I mean, one of the things I'm noticing here is that we don't need to have all this stuff. We'll say that we'll sell a shipment to the local area, and I mean, really, it's easy to say that we would have some sold to Tenica, right? I mean, at this point, we are making high-quality manure, and they don't exactly have a setup for making manure, so we can use this as a means to... Oh gosh! Hey, what are you trying to do? We'll say that this can be... We can rule this in since we are the farmer background. Alright, now obviously we would have a cart, right? I mean, this is gross. Not even imagine. We're not gonna stuff her. Don't visualize this too closely. Stuff our saddlebags with manure and then just come on back home. Nobody's gonna want me here, that's for sure. There we go. And get a little more here. There we go. I mean, we're doing fine. Fine on manure. Alright, let's get ourselves to Danica. We'll sell off some things and then go. Perhaps it'd be a good idea to go hunting now too. We could use some meat. I would love to. Actually, I would love to find a hunter. Start making dried meat for our villagers. It just makes sense that that would be a staple that we would have on hand since here we are trying to make it across seasonal divides. Here we are trying to survive in this environment. And we just kind of keep making foods that spoil for them. We should try to make foods that don't spoil so quickly. Seems rude. Walk all over to drive a donkey right into. There you go. And you can always use more hoods. I know. There is a whole family to think about.
Good luck.
And a family to keep warm. We have been helping supply them for a while. Whoops. Obviously, I can't carry so much.
Oh.
Don't hide on me, man.
Oh, it's you. See you soon.
Oh my gosh, that only gets us 77 coins. I mean, I'm pretty sure I knew that was going to happen, but also, oof.
Whatever you need, I've got it.
That's just not an... Oh my god. We should sell this to a
How
hunter.
can I help? See you soon.
The other ones we can bring to the other village. We'll go and get around there. You know what we should do? I got an idea. Let's have some fun. That's the point of this, right? Is to have fun. Anything we need from this town? I don't think so. Oh, that's that brain thing I've got. Tell you what, it's real good at remembering things. And that's just what it is. What the thing we need to do is we need to see who's here. 22, and you are I'm just good at talking. Hey, ooh, extractor and producer. Oh man, ma'am, do I have homes? Of course I do, but it's gonna be yet another woman who's living in our village who doesn't have. We will take you. It's yet another woman who doesn't have a husband, so we keep taking on all these ladies who don't have anyone quite yet. Now, with you, let's put you in the smithy. So she's got experience. She grew up, we'll say that we learned from her, she grew up in a village, and she worked under her father's blacksmithing shop, specifically weaponry. So we'll say that part of what's going on there. Stamina consumption for that, I think we're gonna do lock and load. Definitely a more fun one. I've maxed out mule because why wouldn't I? Always. Miner's trances. Okay, lower extraction is good. I want. Yes, careful miner. We're starting to see what it takes to be a good miner. Let's have that over there. We'll say that's a part of what he's learned. He's starting to make sense out of what's going on with this. Recutting. Faster digging and mining for 10 seconds. I don't think we about that. Extraction knowledges are great and all, but we're not worried about it. I do think that this is decent. Why not? I mean, it'll save us from having to waste sources. And you do have it. That's good. Oh, I do have cabbage seeds for him. The amount of times I run back and forth. Oh, don't question the efficiency. It's bad. Torches. We can those. He can dig them. And,
Hello there.
we
Goodbye.
make 400 coins. Not the best. And part of this is I'm trying to keep it realistic-ish within limits, because obviously you can't get too realistic in this thing. Oh, can you imagine how fast we're gonna draw a bow now? So in the background, Gracemir's been playing around with that iron crossbow. It's been kind of like a little thing he pokes around with in the interludes when there's just spare time. Thing's been here for so long. Nobody's taken any of it. It's just cluttering up our roadway. And at some point, we don't want this road to be cluttered with things that are broken down. Some rotten apples, we'll get rid of them. Oh, you're fine. Always complaining. We'll get there. We'll get there just... I am going to start setting up the orchard space there too. There's going to be an extensive orchard up there. That's for sure. Right. We're going to have a little fun here. Oh gosh. Let's do this. Darn thing. Oh, I don't have any bolts, huh? Oh, that's gonna cost us some money, that's okay. Alright. Ugh. Hearing that donkey is a trick. We'll say, just for funsies, we had Nikola plan out some things for us. She designed us some bronze bolts that we can mess with. And because she got into it, and because she had to make a bunch of them, because of course, if she's gonna try something, she has to master it. She made 3. What's the point of making just a few? If you're gonna go out there and fire them across the area, you should at least know what you're doing. So, fire away and have fun. There we go. We're gonna try this thing out. Alright, we'll go. We need to get another shipment of limestone. And we're gonna go mine it perhaps tomorrow, but only after we get a good collection of it. Okay. Happy to see how many things we've gotten in our woodsheds and whatnot. We have made so many planks. Fixed. We're making a lot of planks here and a lot of firewood. We should be good though for a while. Should be just fine. And all log. Yep, that's what we needed. Logs, perfect.
Giddy up!
Right, we're gonna do an evening hunt. we're gonna try this thing out. We need to make sure that the critters have a disadvantage and that we have the advantage. Because this is the first time we're trying out this crossbow thing, and we know that this is a common place where the deer do congregate. It's good food sources. It's good run. Must be where they tend to collect during the springtime too. And it's time for bucks to fight and does to find their mate. Quick. Now I don't know anything about the range on this thing, but what we've been told, quite powerful. They have a great range, but probably just set up a target. You know? Shot that counts, alright? Oh, wow. That is... Oh my. That's not what I was expecting. Wow. I think to this, you know... I don't think Mother would be rolling in her grave right now. I think she'd be more like, I guess those things aren't bad. Make sure you remember your lessons. Get that first shot to count, and if your first shot's that powerful, then you shouldn't need to take too many more shots, should you? This being the case, we should be able to finish things off in a single hit every single time. Thought I had it loaded. No idea that we're here. Oh, darn, and I thought I had it. Ah, that's one of those problems. You can't have two ranged. Can't have a bolt and an arrow equipped at the same time. I was gonna try to switch it up so I could take out the recurve, finish that last shot with a recurve. That could be a great way to wrap the deer up. Do it though. At this point, we just need to trace that animal, see where it got to. Trying to avoid going too far over here because we know they're wolves. Well, I tell you, right now with this iron crossbow, if I can get the drop on them, I will drop them. Be sure. We need to be sure. The donkey somewhere here. That was a really bad shot. I gotta get... Now I'm shooting this crossbow and I've made it so that not as good with my regular bow. What am I doing? Lose my touch. Let's get him. Oh, there's a moose. There it is. That's not a worthwhile shot. Not with Mokosh back there. Oh, hindquarters. Well, this thing is so darn powerful. I am curious of something. Ooh, I think we missed our opportunity to go sell. It's 9 o'clock. Nobody's gonna be up right now. Alright. We're gonna see how powerful this thing is. I've already taken down moose before. Oops. I've already taken down a moose before with the recurve. Nope, not powerful enough to take it down in a hit. But still, doesn't seem to be doing well. Well, it looks like it is pretty tough. tracked this one down and went way into the woods. That's it. Alright, at this point, I think we've taken enough. A lot of leather, a lot of meat. Alright, Mokash, I'd say that's a very successful hunt. Hold up. Yeah. No worries. Oh, perfect. Tell ya, for deer hunting, this thing is it's just absolutely devastating. Well, I think Graysimir is excited about having this thing on him. No, thinking about that. I wonder. Might be a worthwhile thing for him to ask Nikola about. Say, hey, have you made these devices before? Can you make more? That's the recurve. It's a fantastic weapon. It's got plenty of power. It's got a fast draw. It's what Graysimir is going to go back to every time. But, unfortunately, it's not something easy to use for just anybody. He's got years of experience. He's been taught by his mother. So, getting a number of skilled archers with recurve would be fine and good. You can put this thing in the hands of just about anybody and they're already a good shot and they're already devastating. And this of course was technologically what happened in the medieval era. Once people were able to get crossbows in easy supply and easy access for people who were conscripted, it was a lot more successful because they are far more powerful. Oh, there's a part of me that wants to ask, like, wait a minute, how did I get, oops, nope, how did I end up getting so few feathers? But obviously, we just made some arrows. I really don't think we need this many feathers. There we go. They weigh nothing. Good. I want to keep this iron crossbow on me. I mean, it's really good. Definitely loving it. Oh, we're almost out of the unbreakable arrows of randomness. They're so fun. I think it's time to stop carrying around so darn many. I think I put those in the rock container. Let's get them out of here. Moving that resource storage definitely threw off this area a bit. There. Mokash can go in for the night. We can go in for the night. But only after planning one major thing out. We have this little hill here. I do think that this is the natural divide we're going to put on our village. It is going to be a little odd to have our farmland in our village. So normally, farmland would tend to be on the outside because walls are expensive and walls are time consuming. So, not normal to have walls that extend so widely. But this is a fantasy storyline, kind of, sorta, right? We can allow ourselves a little bit of a grace with that one. Oh my goodness. Everything's so fucking expensive. Here, do we get terrain that we can work with? I'm figuring that this uneven terrain at some point is going to be too much. We want to make sure we have a wall. Thinking, trying to get it to line up southwest. This would be south and north, that is, east and west. Now this is a natural trail that can make some sense here. And I do love the idea of having that area open there. I think we'll actually chop out part there. Ooh, that's going to be tight to the farmland, isn't it? I think I meant to go over that way. fix that. I love the fact that that takes away durability. That's kind of funny. The fictitious fence that never existed is taking away durability from my hammer. There we go. So perhaps we can put it here on this. And it's almost like I intentionally put that fencing there so I would see that, right? I think we may want to rework what we think about for our entry. I think that's going to be it. We'll just start on the visuals for this, just to see want to put our bounds at. Now it also could be that I put it more tightly into here, so it's actually more in the range of the area, right? Not so expensive, so far out. But I mean, where are we kidding? We're not imagining these walls are going to actually stop an army. Be nice if it at least deterred wild animals trying to harm our people, and we'll build that wall up over time. Moving that house kind of makes it feel not vulnerable but lonely out here. Get some rest. Right. Now, hey. This is cool. Okay, let's wash up a bit. Clean our clothes off. We right now have just this laundry station. Perfect. Set to go. Beautiful snowfall. This will be a fantastic day to get some mining done. Warming up won't be that hard. We have somewhere we can be. Well, let's get that fish meat roast. I think for Roland, this might be a good time for us to get him doing dried fish meat, which it takes for him. Done. I think we'll have to unlock a recipe though, so that's going to cost us some more money, isn't it? Let's see here, in this space, in this day, there's going to be a lot of just cruising around. We'll put some quieter spaces in this one. And I'll tell you a tale about what's going on in my life right now. You, me a tale, what's going on in your life. And I wish I was actually there with you to hear it, because listen, I'd be happy to hear it. But for now, let's just have it be a space where we talk about it. It can be in your mind, it can be out loud, whatever feels right to you. But for me, my story is all about chicken troubles. How's that? We have chickens in our backyard and had a few of them for a while. And we just rotated in the new chickens, the young ones. And they are only, they're over 6 weeks old, but they're still young. And they can kind of hold their own against the older birds, but the older birds aren't quite there yet. They're not really fully content with the little ones. And they're not sharing their coop well, fortunately. And last night, I saw that all the youngsters got up into the coop, which was great. They did it ahead of the older birds. But then the older birds were intimidated and wouldn't go in, so trying to find that balance for them to get them used to each other and accept the fact that you're here together and it's okay. You have a lot of space to run around, you have plenty of food, plenty of water. There's no reason why you can't all sit in the same coop together. But pecking orders are a thing. And right now there is one older chicken who is just, she tries to be intimidating, but she is not even close. And she was pecking some of the younger ones, so I had to spook her and a little bit of rethink where you're at.
Yeah.
And she did fine with it. Now, did she sleep in the coop again last night? I don't know. Be a trick to see, and I'll be checking again tonight. See how they go, and whether they actually start acclimating to each other or not. Or if the youngsters are now just basically intimidating the old ones and forcing them to just go with them. We'll see. That's my situation. It's troubles, but it's not bad troubles. That's what it is. Huh?
It's biting cold.
You know it. Alright, buddy. Hey, what are you looking for? What do you want, buddy? You want something to play with. Okay, what do you want to do? Alright, I'll bring you what you want, but you better be safe, dude. This is always a fun quest. Oh, sorry, I'm not trying to call you Mokash. Oh, Woodhammer. Oh, kid, come on. I can do that. Okay, well, got you. Love it. That's one of those quests that I absolutely love. Not just because it also helps that it's easy.
Hello.
Okay, we've been collecting feathers for a while, and I have a person in my village who is
Good luck.
forgetful. It's me. I have somebody in my village who's done extensive research on feathers. We have the best feathers for making arrows. What makes them the best? Oh, they're feathers.
So long.
Turns out it doesn't matter. Have fun. Enjoy. Alright, you there.
Well,
I could use some copper. Oof, no, wait. No, I could not. We're here for limestone. There we go. And, you know, stone's not a bad thing, but I think we're about to do well with that.
hope to see you.
I am excited about having... I am very excited about having access to honeycomb at some point.
Hey, hand me a fish one.
Now, where's the resource guy? Where's the woodworking guy? There he is. Probably up at the woodworking station that I walked by earlier, right?
It is to leave here. Goodbye. Well,
Hey there, buddy.
welcome.
I think I might actually just snag all of these.
Come, be safe.
There. You're good to go. Now, Mokash will be overloaded at that point. We don't really need the logs. It's just nice to have them. So we don't have to gather more. Just makes it a little easier on us. Kids. Yeah, perfect. I'm gonna build him a nice little hammer. He's gonna be just like Daddy. You know what? I build a lot of stuff with wooden hammers. You should see our village. It's like, sure, buddy. Yep. Safe.
Let
Excellent.
me show you my wares.
Is it worth spending 84 coins on a bunch of planks? I would
I
say
hope
yes.
have a good day.
Just because that's less work for our villagers to do, and even though we have a huge amount of them, always more need
Move
for
on.
it, right? So we will use those up, I guarantee it. We'll go through those pretty quick. Ooh. Man, I gotta tell you, the amount of times that it takes me to remember to do something, that's just how my brain works. Oh my goodness. I imagine that I apologize. I'm sure it's so frustrating to watch me run back and forth. Just how the brain works for me. I probably already checked this too. Oh, and there's all ladies here. He's a good hunter. I would say that'd be great in a different time frame. If we had if I would have tried to do them in maxing and really raise the skills of my future villagers, the kids, then I think that would have been the right move to take her on and find a young man, partner her with, so that they don't have a kid and that they maximize their skills before before they have their own offspring, which I don't know. That's not what I'm going for here, but it's what you can do. Alright, so I said I was going to leave space, and I've been talking this whole time. I apologize. Let's get you... Take some time and share your story. What's going on for you? What's a thing that's going on in your life? You want to share?
Move on.
While you're sharing the story, let's go by the waterfall. Sorry if I interrupted you there. Keep going. Let me know more. Let me know about what makes this stand out as a thing. Like, what's, whoa. What are some challenges with it, and what are good things that have worked out through this? Or what are you looking forward to? This gets me thinking about having chicken coop. We're gonna journey on to another area. And thank you for sharing your story. I hope I didn't interrupt you. There's some of these things out of here. Someone dropped this a while back. Wheat's not gonna be any good anywhere else other than in our inventory anyhow. I'm tempted to cross the river here, but I think the best crossing we can do is back this way. We're gonna do more overland travel, that's why not? Part of this journey is Reesimir feeling that sense of, I got this iron crossbow from Bandits. Those guys were on the roadway here, and I almost got taken down by one of their bolts. And I'd love to take the fight back to them. Poacher, perhaps?
Move on!
But it doesn't look like there's any highwaymen on the road here. Maybe they're not willing to set up camp over here anymore. Perhaps we've shown them the error of their ways. We'll take a nice leisurely stroll. We'll head back up to the mine. And in the mine, we'll go ahead and gather up some resources and bring it back. It'd be nice to have a bit for someday. Or I should say at least just a place, an outpost of sorts. A little space where we can have some of our villagers, our workers that can make the resources that we know we need and then bring them back to us. We do have the option of thinking about building up into the mountains not too far from us, but that's just as much of a trek. It's hard to tell which one would be better. Although I would say, one of the challenges of having our village up over in this mine is that we have to go all the way across a bridge, and yeah, we can get over it, pun slightly intended, but also that means that we're always at risk of that whole, what if the bandits decide to take advantage of our supply line? I mean, they're gonna know that we have to travel across that bridge, and there's only 2 ways to get across. Whereas if we're in the mountain pass area, yeah, the mountain passes are limited, and where you can travel. And yeah, they could
Sometimes I
set
get
up
a feeling
ambushes,
that
and that's a problem.
the locals from
But a whole lot of ladies and not a lot of men around anymore. Okay, well, I was gonna make some bags for these people while we're out and about. Make a little bit of cash on that. Imagine sewing while riding on a donkey. I don't think that would work too well. It's convenient that simple bags don't require us to be in the sewing hut, even though I'm sure it would be hard to make a simple bag out of leather right then and there on the spot in this amount of time. But again, time frames. 3 days for a full season is not realistic. And certainly when standing in front of this guy's door for hours at a time crafting bags. Although it does look funny in my head when you picture it like that, right? Alright,
How was
friend,
interest you in some of
we have some things for you. So 1.5? Yeah, not really worth it. There we go.
life treating? Have a good
We can
day.
at least make back a little bit of our coin.
Here,
There we go.
let's go.
Yes, let's go. And let's find ourselves in the mine. And then we'll find ourselves in the other village over here. Ooh. Ask and ye shall receive, right? So, well here, we're told that it's been a bandit sighting, and yeah, no shortage of bandits in trouble. They've actually built an area by our mine, almost as if, fortunately, almost as if it's planned. Not the right time to do this. But I don't see any motion. I don't see. Oh. Okay. E with not drawing attention to, first off, not give the eye to catch anything. Not give anything for the eye to catch. Try that with it. If their eyes catch motion, they'll know I'm here and I'm done. Cool. How many of them there are? Went out to take a wee. Oh, wow, that was rough. Oh, I see. I might hit the environment. Another one. Okay, one down. Thing is powerful. Look how. Oh, and that's it. Oof. Now, if we're gonna go in there, away out the bow out. Get ourselves close. Look for sounds. At this point, they should be in disarray. If there's anyone left in here, we just want to find them, get a quick shot or two off on them, before they can figure out what's going on. Okay. Nice. Like we've cleared the area. And that explains it. They were drunk and not prepared for a fight. Probably figuring that they were safe, because the village nearby has been doing nothing but just giving in to their demands. What else are they gonna do? Well, they weren't expecting Graysimir to come in, and to have a nice, fancy new iron crossbow. Look at this. They were getting themselves set up to take these poor people out. And the people didn't want to initially tell it, so we got hints out of the villager. Who was saying, enjoy your stay, don't stay, be careful as you leave, the roads are rocky. That was a thing that stood out. Look at this makeshift area. Look at all these planks. I mean, if they would have cut them properly, we could actually build something with it. Fortunately, it's just a bunch of haphazard structures that have just been thrown together. I don't know if we can... Yeah, oh, sorry. I'm putting my face ahead of the microphone. I'm sure that sounded funny. I don't know if we can gather anything else from there. The bow is good. Oops. Get my body in there. Use my reach. I guess that's it. Well, let's get out of here then. An axe on the ground, so that was a nice find. Well, that was a nice way to finish off this particular day. And they got all this firewood that we could easily take. I think the villagers nearby will be very happy to know that they have less to worry about. Wagons are absolutely not in any condition to be used. Look at you, and you even had a recurve bow, but you didn't have a clue where to look. That helps me out a lot. There's been a lot of damage to me. I'll take that back, thanks. Ooh, orange dyes. An iron axe, oh beautiful. Busted bag. And you, sir. Oh, ouch. Well, that explains why you weren't firing your arrows. I had sent an arrow right through his hand. Bolt, that is, right through his hand. There we are. Other area clear. Here I was looking for trouble. I found it, that's for sure. The crossbow is going to be a nice addition to our arsenal. This mine is... Apparently they're aware. The rumors are out there, and they spread like wildfire. Shoot, it's too bad. Here I was going to try to build a location here, and we were going to try to transit things back and forth. We still might be able to, but I don't know if it'll be a good idea or not at this point. A lot to deal with here. And they made a nice meat pie. Maybe I could eat this. What if I stamina per effective block? Oh, okay, cool. Oh wait, no. That's not what meat pie is. I'm looking on the wrong side. This will give me more carrying capacity. I'm not supposed to use magic here. So, we'll just not. Gosh, I just realized I have a bunch of... I do not need to sit in my... And I don't know why I'm carrying them around. Don't ask. Oh, dang it. Look at this. I'm having a spacey day, apparently. It definitely happens. There we go. While we're here, the miners have been helping me learn, and I'm going to keep practicing. Rasimir is a dogged individual. He does not give up on any of these things. He does not give up on learning, and once he gets started on something, it's got to become good at it. And it's just with how hard he's worked on the farm, with how much it's taken off now. The farm is on its own, and really the villagers do the work. It's not him anymore. He's become a farm lead. He's just not really his job anymore. So leaves a lot of open space. Start focusing on, well, what else can I bring? Alright, I'm gonna save us the trouble of waiting and just carrying it. Is that the right thing to do? But I've had enough moments, I'm sure, that you've seen enough of me walking back and forth at this point. A lot. Let's get you set with it. I think it's everything in... Ooh, wolf fabric. Good, good. Look at that, another iron hat. That's gonna go just fine with the other one. I think we can sell some of these. Oops, that put Mokash right over the edge. Trade these ones for now. We'll just gather enough so we can grab that and then we'll go sell. But this having this space to be able to just earn, that's what matters. And that's what's important to Racemir. Being able to figure out how these things work. At some point it's going to be really... Who turned out the lights? There we go. It's going to be important to him to know exactly what we can do. How much we can expect to gather from that kind of thing, and what that means for us as a village. At some point, our farmers are going to need better resources, tools. We'll need another fold. That's going to cost a bit. It's going to cost quite a bit. Have to take care of that. We'll need salt, that's for sure. Especially with our hunters. And the fact that we're going to try to have someone actually taking care of salty meat. We can sell that, and so we can have it on hand for our people. I'm going to ignore my rule about weight limits just for a while, just so you don't have to watch me run back and forth. We'll call it a soft rule. Otherwise, if we make the rules if the rules become too much, it becomes less fun. Let's take some of these things. I don't need that thing. This one, a few of these will be good. Wouldn't mind selling the leather. Wait, no. Simple bags, the same price as leather. Price of 7.3, price of 8. Hold up, that doesn't. Yeah, wait a minute. I'm foolish. That's the name. Leather actually sells better than the bag. Interesting. That was unexpected. That bronze axe could be good. Poor Mokash. I have Mokash totally overloaded. A lot of meat. Home.
For a mountainous area, how can I help you?
What do you need? Oh no, I don't need wool. Oh, I don't have time for that. Oh, we can't do
How
that.
are you?
Right now. Show me
My
that.
wares never disappoint.
Believe it. You can help defend your area. Now here, I'm gonna sell these things to you all because you all clearly need to sell safe. Simple bag 3.7, leather of 4. It sells better on its own. Interesting. Obviously pie to you. That recurve bow will take. Actually, no. You guys have it here. There's been bandits in the area. Make sure that you take care of yourselves. Have all of these things. I just ask for a little bit of coin to keep our village going. That's all I need. That's all we need. A longbow as well. So if you have somebody here who's skilled, please make sure that they get some experience. There we go. We'll sell a few things off. Make sure you're all set. I can't believe I didn't notice that leather sells better on its own. Goodness me. Anything else that we could sell to them that would be worthwhile? And if she had wool fabric, that could have been a thing we took, but... those. Now I could rebalance so that we are perfectly set with Mokash. Let's just be with it. One person here. It is a gentleman who's an extractor. I need a hunter. But he's also a producer. Hard not to take him on, especially since we could use more folk. But really just need a hunter. We're going to continue this journey. This wintertime, we're going to try our best to get that set of it. We really need. We need that hunter. And it'd be really nice to have one or two so we can get a lot more stuff done. Where's Tutki? Tutki. I need to find that last little village over here where we got our donkey from in the first place. There it is. We got things around here. Hopefully no bandit presence is here. There we go. One gentleman, no hunting skill. Goodness me. Got survival. He's got skills across the board, which is fine. But we're looking for maximized skills. And of course, another guy who's got a lot of skills, but just not the ones we're looking for.
Do you know what?
Like not to give up. Oh, you know
Easy
what?
now.
I wonder if it's cheap enough. Let's just do a quick trip across the road.
How do you do?
I need a ride. How cheap? Oh, Veronica's. That's the one. Let's go. 60 coins is fine. 60 coins to save some time. I'll take it. We'll leave our donkey here. They have a windmill here. I'll have to look into that. That might be worthwhile for us someday. I love that her house is painted like a pig's. Red and pinkish.
Very well, but I would love to finally put down roots.
Leopold, are you a hunter? No, he's not. Huh. We are striking out when it comes to villagers. Alright, well, let's just go home and do some work around the village before the nighttime settles in, and before we end our session here. Now, I'm gonna owe you guys, I'm gonna owe everyone a supercut of the last season, or last year, my apologies, and I'm gonna owe a supercut for this year as well, so look forward to those two coming out in time. I will get working on those. Journey through the winter forest. Very pretty. Nothing going on over here, that's good. This, I've seen some really neat builds out of people from this area here. So nice and extensive. Look at all the space you can do. Well, people trying to make a living here. Hard place to grow. Yeah, there's plenty of land, and yeah, this is fertile land, but problem with living here, donkey bed. Problem with having yourself set here is that risk of bandits. Just so easy to see through this area, and it's easy for them to have a spot to jump out of. Hunt. Another reason why this area for a village would be quite nice. Now in the springtime, looking forward to us putting some decorations up. But I need to get some money. Get some money going so we can afford to build some of these new cool things. And we'll be all set. Good to go. Is that what I think it is? Can we see our village from here?
Move on.
Wait a minute. Oh, sure enough. Thought I got lost. Good thing I had the blue marker on the map, and I didn't trust it for a moment. I'm going like, no way, there's no way. There we are. This will be tricky. We'll probably have to put the walls around this way. Might have to have them right tight up against these. Might have to have it pretty tight up against this drop area.
Let's go.
Actually, you know what? I'll tell you what. I love the fact that I can move stuff, because when I look at things and I make second choices and where I go, oh, I don't know if I like that. I'm not sure everything looks good, and I'm seeing an opportunity here. Look at that bronze set. Oh, poison. Oh. The bandits are trying to make use of deadly poisons. Not great for us. Good thing we've been able to take them down. We'll say we don't need this stuff in our inventory, right? Your axe, I better not put that in. Oh, we have orange dye. That's gonna be fun. Paint some. Keep one shovel on this so I can trade around. Cut things up, take it out of the ground, and undo stumps. Okay. Speaking of which, this is all looking like it's going to be the front of the village, right? And I like where we're at with this one, but also I had a plan for what I was going to do up at the front of the village. One of those. I was back here and I was looking at where all this blank space is right here. And I could either put a house here, and that caught my mind. That, oh, there could go be a house here. But then I'm thinking, this is where the crops are. Why would I not just have the barn be here? And this can be... Look at that. Oh, it came with it. That's fun. That saves me a lot of time. And then we can just have everything here. This seems like a much better location for it. And what I'll do is I'll build some neat structures out of this time. We'll try to get some decorations in here as well, right? There. Oh, we obviously don't want to keep our things over here. Sense. Our compost bins. Now they're a lot closer to the actual village itself. A lot closer to where people are working. Oh. And we craft another torches. I don't want to get gold. There we are. Ah. Now I'm just striking things for the fact of I can strike things, right? Just hitting things for fun, huh? Now we'll strike it to move it. We're gonna create a composting region so we just have everything ready. Good place. And with this, I am actually going to take this woodcutter's hut and we're going to embrace the fact that this is a good place for the resource storage. Boom. There we go. Now look at this. Now there's room for crops here. Now there's room for other things here. Imagine if we ever get to the technology level that at some point we could actually have a plow hooked up to Mokash. And Mokash could help break ground for us. And that would be just an amazing thing, wouldn't it? Get through this ground in no time. That bought us a lot of nice space here. And I think that this will make a lot more sense for our village. We can even cut those fields out and or keep those fields on the outside of the village and add this is the wall so that the outside is actually there. That will require me to get rid of some of these orchards. But that's not a bad idea. It does keep the walls tighter, which makes a lot more sense. And we don't have to do that though. But it also buys us a lot of wonderful space. This is prime real estate that we can use for anything. Alright, well, I like what that's added to the place. And I know we talked about adding some more things and getting some more villages done. We got a bunch done, but there's always more. Getting late. We need to think about our areas. I think this is going to turn out to be Roland's house if it's not already. Perfect. Those two have a perfect setup. They're exactly where they need to be. She just walks over to the barn, he walks over to the fishing area. That's a good spot. I believe I was thinking about having a resource storage over here, but I think we can do better. She's a lumberjack and she's okay. Works all night, or she sleeps all night and she works all day. You there. Barn worker. Okay. Simple house. I think we're actually gonna do an upgrade to this house in time. We'll make it from a simple house to a bigger house. Too many obstacles. Darn it. A fun way to mispronounce obstacles. Oh darn, I need it. I want it right here. That's what I want. Right there. Or perhaps we can go here? But then I think that's going to be on the outside of the wall, isn't it? Alright, we'll have to think about that one later. Turns out that it's a little more to plan. Better be thinking. Or in. Who's living here again? Lumberjack, and she's not far away from her work site. We move her down there. Do want to just free up this space so there's not two houses next to each other. Well, you know what? What am I doing? I got it. Got it. It's just too much. We do have to move it. We just gotta actually make this one work. Let's tear down the tree. Now we are getting a late bit out of this, but what I want to do, I want to actually make sure I get things done day before the end of the day. Since today was a whole day, a lot of lollygagging. Just traveling around. I guess we're not gonna get that one. There we are. Maybe these were locked. There we are. That's it. Now we're good. Let's get these out of here, and then the goal here, I want to start. Well, and the goal for next season, we're gonna build a new house there. That's what's gonna happen. Welcome to spring. Oh dear. One night when the buildings goes ablaze, putting the flames down when the villager tells you that there was someone lurking in the dark. Ooh. Well, let's see here. It must have been an arsonist. Put all your energy into finding the culprit. Leave it alone, there's no time to chase shadows. Assign more people to patrol settlement. Or, oh, I don't have enough water. Darn, I should have more water on hand. Yeah, let's make sure we do some patrols. Patrolling and rebuilding, dragging your people away from their duties. That's fine. 4 buildings damaged, and all the villagers are 10% less efficient. That's fine. But what we need, oh, congratulations. And now they're gonna have a baby. That's it. Alright, take care, y'all. Thanks for joining me in this episode today, and see you next time around.